Okay, guys, so I'm still at the Solomba port of entry here in Lofa County. Of course, this is District Number 1, Lofa County. And I've been joined with some of the media colleagues here. What's your name, please?
I'm Junior City.
Chion Sile. And then we also have Jeremiah Dobar, is from the Voice of Lofa and that of, look at him dancing. And also the reporter for Spoon, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. So, man, how has it been like for you guys hearing the news as to what's going on here?
Well, for me, I was actually in Monrovia when I got the information. So I came yesterday. I tried by all means to come here because I do report for Korahun TV and having a community radio. So my sponsors asked me to come here yesterday, but I tried by all means to couldn't host. So that's why I had to
Just
come
say
here.
you were scared.
No, I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
When the very about
I
the
did not reach
snapper,
on
you
the
did not
time.
come. Now, oh, no,
I did not reach
no
on the
different
time.
thing.
I did
No
not reach
different
on
thing.
time.
So, guys, we already currently laughing, but it wasn't like this 2 days ago. This place was tense. Thanks to the young people of Foya. But let me
Yeah,
go to Jerry. Jerry has been covering this place for the
for
past
the
two
past
days,
2 days.
and he's like,
He the
okay,
CEO
4 days
here
now.
now.
4 days. He's supposed to talk about when the machine were confiscated, and then later on, did you go with the team to Gigedu?
Thank you, Emmanuel. And so, my name is Jeremiah Tavon, for Voice on Lovat, Radio and TV, and also correspondent for Spoon. You are right.
I be me.
I went to Gegedu.
Okay.
Let me answer your question, by the way. I went to Gegedu with the minister and, of course, the chief of staff
Okay.
and the superintendent.
So, man, you have been following this. Can you give her a clear picture that just in 1 minute as to what really been happening?
So, in that 1 minute, we'll start from the first engagement that we had with the citizen of Foya.
No, I mean, like, what triggered the whole thing that we do? Because you've been following the story.
And that's where now we are going.
Okay.
When, of course, we heard the information that the pavement of Foya Street have started, and all started about getting sand from the river, this river. And of course, when the company, the BK Enterprise company, were involved into excavating sand from the river downway, and there was a time, it was a time when the soldiers, about 8 to 10 soldiers, crossed the river and of course seized those materials. Some of those machines were being seized and haven't been retrieved as we speak.
Some
So
of them have not been retrieved.
not even some of them, all those material that was seized at the time, nothing have been returned to Liberia. So it was a time when the minister came, Minister Yubali, and of course the local county superintendent Labala Masakwe and all our local delegates came right here. We sat here in here and also discussion with the one minister and we had a discussion with the governor for Guinea, the Kisi governor for Guinea, and of course the Kigedu governor. They discussed the whole day and they said they're going to get back to the higher authority in Guinea and they'll come back to give briefing. The authority in Liberia did not get a briefing as it was promised by these governors. So the minister decided to come back with a reinforcement, and that reinforcement comprises of the chief of staff, the assistant minister for Bureau of Correction, the Minister of Justice, Gabriel Nupla, and and several other officials from Monrovia added to the local delegates here, all came here. It's about 43 members of Liberian delegates crossed the river right here last day, and we went to Guinea, went to Gigedu, where we met the local government minister in Guinea, right? Gigedu,
In Gigedu.
in Gigedu, and of course
What
they call the superbed.
Okay, I know super fair.
Yeah.
So before we go further, the dedication that let you have the Minister of Internet Affairs,
Yeah.
local government
Yeah.
ministry rather now.
Yeah.
How do you call him? Yumalim.
yeah.
And then you also had the chief of what?
The chief of staff.
The chief of staff of the armed forces.
Yes. Kwana Davidson Fole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations for that.
Yeah.
And then you also had the Kisi governor of the area.
You have the paramount chief for this region.
Okay.
For Foya, paramount chief Koha, and you
Okay.
have the township commissioner. You have the statutory superintendent. You have the commissioner of Foya. And you know, these are you have the superintendent, the existing superintendent for development, Lofa County, the Voima district commissioner.
Okay.
They were all on board. The county attorney of Lofa County,
So they were all on board
Councillor Luther Sumo.
and went across to negotiate.
Yeah.
So what was actually discussed? Were there any plan for them to return the machine?
There was a lot of discussions, and the people tried to go into the historicity of how this polo business or how this boundary business it came about. But I mean, that was not what the trade was meant for. It was meant for peace dialogue to speak to the citizens in Guinea that we are not enemies. We should not establish this issue of separation when this particular same money activity is there to develop FOIA. It's not about man. It's not about mineral. Their
So
concern
the
is
main
mineral.
concern was that the Guinean authority felt that there was mining going on in terms
Yes,
of digging
yes,
mineral.
on the
Like,
river. So
I mean,
that,
those sand is a mineral, but maybe gold or diamond.
yes, yeah, go and diamond. They said that's the aim of those contractors, for which the minister tries to disclaim that it is not. It is meant to get sand for the pavement of Foya streets.
So
Exactly.
before, because we don't have much time, were there any agreement that they will return the machines?
They said to the minister and of course the chief of staff and the other authority that they will pass this material over to the mines and geology. The one we got on this side they call lens and mines.
Okay.
The other side they call it mines and geology.
So to check what are the
To
machines actually for
detect
sand
as to
or
whether it is there for sand or it is there for different purpose. If it is for different purpose, definitely they were clear that Liberians won't receive this equipment.
all right. So then, just I mean, 2 days ago, you came here as well.
Yeah.
What prompted them to come over and then start planting their or what we call hosting their flag here?
So we all at the time have left for Vonjaman, and I will receive a communication that on Monday, because we went on Sunday, we came back Sunday. On Monday, a delegate also crossed this way to Liberia and asking the security that they have come for peace dialogue. But what I saw in my presence when we were crossing to Guinea, those armed officers that came with the
Liberia delegation.
yeah, with the Liberia delegation and the chief of staff, all of them disarmed themselves. No one crossed the water.
So they left their weapon here?
Yes, they left their weapon.
Okay, let's go.
Everybody
Okay.
went like that. So they came along with weapon, crossing this way, and asking the security that we have come for a dialogue. How and why? And there were the security said they were not going. They are not willing to go into that dialogue because they came with arms.
Okay.
And they went back on Monday, and on Tuesday they moved in violently with some of the tools. They came with a pole and they planted the flag right there where you see the Liberia flag. Is where they planted the ice. Liberia flag was down there, right behind there, and they came and they brought their own flag in front and left Liberia on the back. So there were
So
now.
that means that Liberia is actually, if the flag is behind it, that means the
Yeah.
Liberian flag is on the Guinea soil.
Yes, that's a clear.
But historically, I mean, how have this place been like? Has that always been like Liberia or Guinea?
It have been Liberia, you know, because everybody know exactly that the water is sharing a clear boundary, you know. But they are saying that, by the way, from the center of the river going this way, we should have 800 meters.
Also, the Guineans authority are asked for 800 meters into
They
Liberia.
are not even asking. They are saying that this is they are explaining the boundary of the between Liberia and Guinea now. That from the center of the river there to come this way, it's about 800 meters. So after the calculation of the 800 meters, then they will not tell you say this is the boundary.
So they will tell you that Liberia is on the other side.
Yeah, they will tell you where Liberia belongs.
Okay, so let's talk about citizen involvement. What got the citizen involved?
So when the guys came, you see the building at the back there, where you have the superintendent sitting. When they came, they tried to demolish this structure and have their own. They came with a flare where hosted a flare, so they were like preparing area to stay. Those soldiers and those security that we have here, you know, all of us know the strength of our security. There were not many, so they hardly left. And the citizen came about 300 to 400 young boys and some men, some brave women joined them here. All of them said they're going to resist. And they resisted on that day and they succeeded. And the Liberian flag that were at the back there, right here they had a Guinea flag and they put this flag down and the Liberians, the sovereign themselves, hosted this flag here on that day and said they're not going to sit here and allow that. And they had a heated conversation that day, not in order because it was completely.
So that means that there were exchanges between the Liberians, civilians,
Exactly.
and
The only thing there were no tension like fighting. No, but they had a heated tension that you cannot claim this place. This
Was
is
there any authority at the time?
no authority because at the time you have all of them coming here and some of them just controlling, maybe one or two presidents just stay at the front and control the rest of them. So that's how they conquer and they hosted a flare here. They spent the night here and when I came here on that day, some of them said to me that This is what we want.
So
This-
the Liberian citizen, the civilians slept under the tree here.
So they slept right here. Just, I think you can see the mark of the fires
Okay.
all around. They slept here, back there, in there, they slept here. And they requested that what they want from government is support. If government can support them, they are willing to keep this border as much as longer as
And they were also
it should last.
requesting for the security personnel.
Yeah, it was the last they requested for the security, but at the time they succeeded in hosting the flare. Some of them even told me that we want for government to give us arm, and they said the issue of the Liberian army,
Yeah, recruitment.
the recruitment issue, where government said that you have to be high school graduate, you got to do this. They should take into consideration that those who are mentally fit, maybe everybody may not go to school and graduate, but once you are mentally fit and they see you physically, let it recruit so that they can help to do some of these things. And they said that they're going to remain here until they see armed security. They told me that they are not waiting any longer to go into dialogue with Liberia National Police that here
Because they were not fully
the immigration, because they will come, gentlemen. They said they have not come to take any issue easy. The only thing that will make them to surrender and leave the place is when they see the armed forces of Liberia or state security with arm, then they can be willing to leave the site. And as you see now, right now, since this security came yesterday, right now you can see the ground is secure for only security. You cannot see any other surveillance.
Thank you so much for giving us a blue picture of what is happening here. Well, folks, that's all we have time for
Thank you.
today. And of
Thank you,
course,
sir.
keep following the Counter Diary. We'll give you more information. My name is Emmanuel Kotu. Keep watching.